Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday. How are we all doing? So today I've started a new challenge for myself. So I'm going to be making over different townies and NPC sims around the worlds that I have. So I've never played with townies. I've only played with one townie family, which was the Spencer Kim Lewis. And that was in my very first save of the Sims, and then my computer corrupted, then I lost all of that. So in all my current saves, I've never played with any of them. So I started with the Landgraabs. I don't know why I chose them. I've never been at their place, I've never played with them, but I know they're like one of the richest Sims families, and they've been in the Sims for, I think, since the very beginning. So I wanted to do up their homes. By the way, with these makeovers, I'm not sure if any of them are going to be good, because I'm not aiming to just, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not aiming to make them just look good and their houses look good. I'm aiming to just do any wacky kind of makeovers that I want. So for example, with the Landgraabs, I've decided to give them a get famous makeover, because I feel like they're rich and they should have all the tacky stuff and get famous, or some of the tacky stuff. So most of the items I've used were from Get Famous. I've used other packs. I didn't limit myself to just Get Famous, but I wanted, that aesthetic in there. So I will be doing also a makeover of the family themselves. So you should be able to see that either on Friday or next week Monday. I'm not sure, but it's one of those days. And then I will be doing other NPC Sims. I'm not sure who I'm going to do next. Hopefully it's another permanent family. Other than that, how are we all doing? I think I've asked you that already. I did not, if you watched my last video, if you haven't, I will link it up in the cards now. I did not end up watching Black Widow on Sunday. I was meant to go watch it yesterday, but I did not. I started a new job, and then, I've been training, and Sunday was my only day off. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stay at home and I'm going to play Sims, and that's what I did. And yeah, so I should hopefully watch it this weekend. If not, then I don't know when I'm gonna watch it. I feel like that's me. If I put a new movie on my list, if I don't watch it within the first 2 weeks, whether it's at the cinema or whatever, I'm not gonna end up watching it. I'm gonna forget that it ever came out, and then I'm never gonna watch it in the long run. So for this one, definitely, because with Marvel, you have to watch it somehow because it's part of the timeline. And as of right now, I do not pay for Disney Plus. So I know I can get the 3-month trial, but I want to do that after, because I still have to do my research project, and I want to do that after I finish that. Something that I do not want to start binge watching stuff and forget I have a research project, which is possible. So that's what I'm doing instead. So currently right now we're in the bedroom, and as you can see, I'm putting in that blue blue and gold bed from, what's the pack called, Get Famous. And yeah, so with the rooms, I wasn't sure whether I was doing aesthetics or this just happened. I just looked through my list and was like, oh, this is good, and this is sped up, so you can't see how long it took me to decide on something. And I've cut things out, so yeah, it seems like I made my decision really fast, but in reality, this whole video took me 1 hour 55 minutes, basically 2 hours to film. But obviously it's sped up and it's been cut out, so you can't see how it took me so hard to deliberate the thing. And I wanted some things to match. I wanted to keep some things the same. I don't show you me putting in any of the bathrooms, but I think you might see some pictures at the end. If not, you can head over to my Instagram at MoeshaAfia to see more pictures. That's not at the end of this video. So yeah, that pause there with me doing the unlock cheat so I can get that mirror. No other mirror. Wow, I'm stumbling. No other mirror matched what I wanted. And I feel like now watching this back, I feel like I should have changed the doors and everything, because I think the Landgraabs came, are they base game? Yeah, they're base game. So I feel like I should have changed all the windows and everything as well, but I didn't. I just changed the interiors. I didn't really change the exterior except from the backyard and the front, which you will see, or which you would have seen in the thumbnail. So yeah. So now I'm putting in a rug. I wasn't sure, like, you know, these gold things that came with Get Famous. I'm not sure how you're supposed to use them. Like, I know, like, in my head I can't use them on their own, even though they're under the carpet section or rug section. In my head, you can't use them on their own. But yeah, so let's pretend these images here, like that image on the left is Nancy, and then the sword is something to do with her crime lord ways, maybe. Yeah, I wasn't sure what images I wanted to put on the wall, but I felt like there had to be something there because the room was lacking. Like, it's very big and it's very empty, but I didn't want to put extra stuff because there's no need in my head. Like, I could put extra wardrobes and all that, but realistically, I don't use that for my Sims. I just do MCC and then change their clothes. So now we're moving into, I think his name is Malcolm. Their child that lives with them. Yeah, so you know his room. As you can see, I didn't really change colours or anything. I just put in furniture and I kept the aesthetic the same, really, because I felt like if I started changing things, it would go too far, it would go away from the characters, and I'm not going to play them anyway, but it's for other people who may want to play them and who may want to use, you know, this build. So again, this build is on the gallery, and please do download with the move object sheet. If you don't know what the sheet is, I have put it down below, so check it out. So you can just copy and paste it into your game. And yeah, I did use the same wardrobe in his parents' room, but you know, with the same aesthetic, and I ended up doing something weird. I felt like, yeah, he's a teen, so you know, he should be, you know, playing pool or whatever the game is called. But we don't have a pool table, so, and I mean, he's rich, so in my head, you know, he would play pool. But I ended up putting a beer pong in the middle of his room. Very random. And, you know, thinking about it now, you wouldn't have something like that in the middle of someone's room, but that's what I decided to go for. And, you know, it works. He's able to go around it, so yes, I have tested this home with my Sims and checked to see if it works and everything, and so far everything does work. Hopefully, anyway. So yeah, now I'm just leaving it. I felt like the room was missing. Like, it's meant to be a teenager's room, it doesn't feel like that. So I put some, because it's basketball jerseys, and then I put some video game signs things on the other side. And this is where I thought to actually bring back his desk. I didn't put a computer in here because we have the computers upstairs, but you know, a desk where he can do his schoolwork and whatever in there. Also put out what's it called, the smoking thing that came with City Living. I forgot what it's called, but I put it at the back because I felt like that's something he would do with friends, and you know, maybe try to do it without his parents seeing. But then that makes no sense because, actually no, it makes sense because his balcony is on the opposite side of his parents, so they wouldn't be able to see. So yeah. Again, I don't show you me doing his bedroom, but I think I just made it all black, really, all black. So then this is me. I moved downstairs. I changed the stairs. I wanted to do like a grand staircase kind of thing, but like I didn't want to expand the room, so that didn't happen. And I just changed it into a marble stairs that matched the floor and everything. And with the kitchen, again, I didn't know what I was going for. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I just ended up putting an all-white kitchen. And now watching this back, I realised I never put any of the cabinets back in on camera. Well, I'm going to put it in now because I realised, but before I upload it to the gallery, but I never realised when I was building this. So apologies for that. But yeah, so it's an all-white kitchen, nothing much to be said about that. I didn't put much decoration in there. I feel like there wouldn't be, I feel like they would have a butler. Obviously I don't have, what's the pack that the butler comes in? Which is Glamour. I don't have it currently. So if they did, if I did, I would have done the butler's room, whatever. So in my head, they have a butler or and a maid service that would, you know, move everything, you know, not keep it in the drawers and the cabinet, so everything's clean and pristine. So this is me struggling. You can see me struggling to try and put an island around the, what's that thing called? Oven, stove. But I ended up moving it to where I put the sinks at because it makes more sense that way. And I felt like that wouldn't work, and I didn't test it beforehand. I just moved it because like I don't want to test it and it doesn't work, then have to go back in and change all of that. So yeah, there's nothing much about the kitchen. It's plain white. I don't put anything in it. I don't know how I did not realize I should have put the cabinets back in, because you see me deleting the cabinets, but for some reason I do not put them back in, which makes no sense. But yeah, and then I think I don't show you me putting in the dining table either, but there is an image of it at the end. It's tacky. I mean, it's the Get Famous tacky, so you know what I mean. There's nothing much about that. Nothing much I can say for that. And this is me struggling. So for some reason, my dishwasher did not want to click into the island. I don't know if it's because of the directions that I had them faced, but I just put it over there. And yeah, so me moving into the living room now. So I wanted to put a bar, and ideally I wanted to put the CC bar that I have, but then I was like, I'm doing this with no CC, so let me not do that. So I put this big bar here, and I feel like, you know what, they're rich, they would be entertaining, they would have their friends at the bar, maybe someone playing on the lovely piano, something, I don't know, rich, I suppose. And yeah, again with this, I carried on with the Get Famous theme. I don't know, I don't think it came out as tacky as I was hoping. I just think I just couldn't do it. I still tried to make it look nice without it being full on, gold everywhere, all this. But yeah, I tried. I think it still looks nice at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Just not tacky enough. But yeah. So again with the living room, kept with the same theme, paneling, white paneling. I think the only room that actually had colour was the parents' room with the bed, and Malcolm's room with the wall. Everything else was white, grey. Again, I'm not sure why, because that's not my aesthetic. But whenever I'm doing my Sims, I always end up with neutral homes. Again, I don't know why, it just happens. I think, subconsciously, my Sims just don't like it. I mean, I don't have Dream Home Decorator in here, so again, they don't have opinions on that. So it just ends up happening. Yeah, so this is me doing the living room. I wanted it to look formal, but then I was like, do I? Because I don't know. It ended up not being, it's formal enough, but not fully formal because of the huge TV that I put in there, which in my opinion, if you're going to have a formal living room, it's not going to have a TV. And yeah, I didn't give them a fireplace because they live in the desert. There's no need. It's hot as hell as it is. There's no need for a fireplace. And I felt like that window there was empty, so I put those plants in there. Just, just for it to fill up the space, really. I felt like, it was missing something. And I wanted to put a statue in here, but I don't end up putting a statue like on the floor. I do put one on the, what do you call that, a side table that I put behind the sofa, just for it to look decorated. I felt like we had things in there, but the home did not look decorated. It looked empty. I don't know why. Just for me personally, it looked empty. I think it's because the home is so large. I don't really play in really large houses, and if I do, it'll be with lots of Sims, so there'll be lots of things around. Like with this home, there's only 3 of them. So and so this is me doing the back garden now. I feel like they should have a pool, and I do end up putting in a pool. Like I put in a grill as well, but when I went to go test it, that grill was burnt. I'm not sure if I included that photo in the end, but if I did, you can see the grill was burnt. So yeah, I'm trying to change the furniture out here, and I wanted to put Get Famous furniture, but there wasn't a piece of Get Famous furniture that matched, for it to be outside. And then I do put in a garden. I skip me putting in the garden simply because I had to go through debug and find all the different plants, because I couldn't find the fully grown plants, because usually in debug the fully grown plants are in there, but for this time I couldn't find it. So I go in and manually put all the little plants in, and then I planted it off of camera for the pictures. so you won't see that here. So this is just going to cut off abruptly, and then yeah, you're going to see me putting in I think I put a fountain at the front eventually. Oh no, I'm doing the pool now. So yeah, with the pool, I wanted it to be long. For some reason, I wanted to put it at the edge of the boundary so it can look like a, what's it called? What are they called? The waterfall pool or whatever. But you can't because it's the Sims 4. So I put it as close to the boundary as I could, just so it can have that. I feel like, you know, they live in the desert, they have money, they would probably have, I mean, maybe not Nancy, but Malcolm. I can say Malcolm. If his name is not Malcolm at the end of this, I apologize. But, you know, their son, in my head, he would have pool parties with friends and whatever. And this front fencing, I realised I don't put a gate in here. I realise now, because I've watched back this recording before doing this voiceover. And so I'm going to put a gate in here so it's accessible before I put on the gallery. And yeah, so I just wanted it to be, you know, gold and light and all these things. That's why you have, you know, all these gold pieces, even though they didn't have it before. I just wanted it, you know, they're meant to be a rich family, so they should have all these things. So yeah, so this is me trying to fix the front so you can see that. And yeah, I don't know, for some reason there's not sand that matches the sand in, what's this, Delta Valley? This is not Delta Valley. What's this place called? Oasis Springs, that's it. For some reason. So yeah, but this is the end of the video, so thank you for watching. Please enjoy the pictures at the end, and if you haven't, please follow me on Instagram. I put more behind the scenes, wow, English today, behind the scenes photos and other content on there. If you haven't, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment, and please comment which family you think I should do next. And thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one.